Hey, hey, yo, it's your boy. So I've gotten a lot of questions about this particular topic, but One Piece live action. Yeah, that's a thing. It seems it is finally happening. It has finally been confirmed with the creation of this One Piece Netflix official account. It's already verified for some reason. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, if you missed out on the news, it seems like Netflix is going to be making a live action series, TV series, of one of the most successful manga series and anime series of all time. Never did we think that we would finally get one, but there you go. That's happening. Romance Dawn episode 101. They've already made 101 episodes? What the fuck? Recently, a lot of big pieces of, I guess, teaser footage has been released, especially with this logo. The official logo has finally been announced on September the 4th, so about a couple of days ago as of me recording this video. And yeah, naturally, a lot of you guys have been asking me, Joey, what do you think about One Piece live action? It's happening, baby. Listen, man, you know, I'm not going to be one of those people who immediately just throw away all One Piece live action speculations, or rather just live action anime speculations down the toilet, because if you guys have seen on my main channel, I've made a video where I actually made a tier list of all of the live action anime series of all time, and if you watch that video you would know not every single one was in an F tier. There are actually quite a few pretty decent live action anime films, but again, go check out my full video, links in the description if you want to check that out. Obviously, I didn't really cover the One Piece live action because it hasn't come out yet, and to be honest, I really don't think that enough information about the One Piece live action has come out to warrant any proper opinion about it. But we can learn from, I guess, past examples, past mistakes, however you want to call it, in that I really don't think this is gonna end up being great. And it's not just because it's an anime live action, but specifically because it is a One Piece live action. I mean, look, we've already had a Bleach live action in the past. I've watched the film, and I actually gave it like an okay score. I think I gave it like a B or a C tier. But here's the big difference between Bleach and One Piece, and I know a lot of people might not see a bigger difference between Bleach and One Piece. Both are shonen anime, both are from Shonen Jump, both involve superpowers, you know, fantasy elements, all that kind of stuff. Bleach is definitely rooted a lot more in reality than One Piece is, as weird as that is to say, for a multitude of reasons. For one, the Bleach's character designs definitely look more human, at least in terms of the anime world. They definitely look a lot more human. They definitely don't look as weird to cosplay as, especially when you compare it to Kubo Taito's original art style. Secondly, at least the beginning of Bleach, when the movie opens up before the Soul Society arc, it is rooted in reality. It is based on a real Japanese town. Ichigo and all of his friends live in a real town. They live in a real city in Japan somewhere, go to a real Japanese school that looks and feels like a real Japanese school until the whole Dukia thing happens and then he gets dragged out of reality. But what's important is that even at the beginning, even as a setup for Bleach as a series, it starts off in a realistic setting with realistic people. Now, comparatively, take One Piece now and look at it from that lens. One Piece is told in a very, first of all, rooted in reality setting. Like, yes, pirates probably existed back in the day, but they certainly didn't look like any of the pirates you see in One Piece. And secondly, Oda's art style, Oda Ichiro, the creator of One Piece, his art style is so incredibly stylized. Like, you can take one look at any One Piece character and immediately be, first of all, instantly recognizable, which is a big benefit for One Piece, especially since with the absolutely endless cesspool of manga out there in the world, you need to stand out as much as you can. And what's the easiest way to stand out is to have a really distinct art style and character design. But I feel that's the biggest issue with One Piece, is the fact that because it has such a distinct cartoony art style, and I mean like seriously cartoony art style, that just is going to make it even more difficult to swallow when you replace that extremely stylized anime-fied art style with real people and real actors. Take, for example, the Cowboy Bebop live action, which was also announced by Netflix. Netflix is on a fucking roll right now. Although a lot of people on Twitter have been complaining about John Cho being casted as Spike and all these people, you know, Faye Valentine, the actress playing Faye Valentine, not looking exactly like Faye Valentine, blah, blah, blah. At least when you compare that to the Cowboy Bebop anime, it is definitely not as jarring of a comparison when you look at the real Spike Spiegel and John Cho's live action Spike Spiegel. Like, yes, there might be some stylistic differences, but I feel that was a conscious decision to make it look more realistic and make it not look as jarring in a live action setting. And, you know, people are very quick to complain, especially on Twitter, about it not looking exactly the same as the original source material. Like, it's not frame for frame perfection. I would argue to those people, that's not the fucking point of an adaptation. I think a successful adaptation is if it gives off the vibe and if it follows the story, at least in the most part. Not, at least, you know, not in a sense that it completely is separate from the original source material. Then I think it's completely fine to play around. I would argue that a lot of live action adaptations and just adaptations from the source material in general are successful because they deviate, because they give the same yet different vibe from its original source material. But again, when you compare One Piece's style to Cowboy Bebop style, it really is day and night. Because although Cowboy Bebop in its setting is not exactly rooted in reality, its art style is certainly rooted more in reality than One Piece's is. And again, I feel that's what's really going to almost destroy One Piece live action, or rather, it almost negates the entire point of a One Piece live action. Like, you're almost trying to make oranges out of orange juice. Like, it's probably not impossible to do, but my god, is it going to take some manpower to get it right. I mean, again, we've only really seen the logo at this point, which doesn't look too bad. I mean, you still have the skull with the, you know, with the straw hat and everything. It looks like the original logo, so I mean, at least they got that right. At least they didn't completely destroy that. As of right now, we don't really have any information about who is casted, who is going to be playing any of the Straw Hat members, whether they're even going to follow through with the ridiculous character design, or they're just going to keep it as rooted in reality as possible. And again, as weird as this is to say, I feel a little more comfortable with the fact that Netflix, at least, is taking the reins on this, rather than, say, a Japanese production. Because, God forbid, there is going to be an absolute insane amount of CGI having to be used in this. I mean, just trying to replicate Luffy's power or any of the Devil Fruit powers is going to require some extremely well incorporated and clean CGI for it to even be remotely believable. So at least, you know, in that department, we do have more of a Hollywood, you know, Western production of CGI rather than the sore attempt of a CGI production that Japanese industry has. But still, I'm already expecting there to be, you know, some kind of bullshit like whitewashing problems with some of the characters. There's going to be obviously some casting misses, or at least casting misses that Twitter is going to absolutely annihilate for no fucking reason. Like, if John Cho, who is playing Cowboy Bebop live-action Spike Spiegel, got destroyed for his casting choice, which I thought was an actual pretty decent casting choice. Like, I think he looks fucking clean. If he got destroyed on Twitter about not looking like Spike, then my god, I'm really like sympathizing with whoever is going to be casted as any of the Straw Hat members, because they are probably going to be annihilated, no questions asked. Look, bottom line, I don't really believe this is going to be a live-action adaptation that is going to last the ages, is going to be talked about in 10, 20 years' time. Or maybe it will for the wrong reasons, but suffice it to say, I'm not really enthusiastic about this live action. I think it's kind of a terrible idea. It's also just like pointless, to be honest. Like, a better move for One Piece, or a better move for Netflix rather, is to just get the rights to the One Piece anime if they haven't already. And if they already have, then just keep it that way, to be honest. Like, that you really, nobody asked for this. There isn't a single One Piece fan out there that sat back and thought to themselves, you know what would make me a bigger One Piece fan? Live action One Piece. Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Like, there is a big reason why nobody has touched the likes of Naruto or Akira or Neon Genesis Evangelion in the live action department, because the pressure to nail that and the pressure of the entire world's fan base getting on your ass if you fuck it up would be so immense for any director or producer to do. So honestly, big props to you know, the production team and whoever decided to do this One Piece live action, because they've got some serious balls to think that they can pull this off. I might be completely wrong in this. Again, it's still such little information. The only thing we know is that there is going to be a One Piece live action, and we got the logo. That's about it. That's literally all we know right now. And we don't know who's casted. We haven't seen any trailer footage for it whatsoever. I really don't know what's going to happen. Although the memes have been pretty fucking hilarious. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on it. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Also, make sure to subscribe to your boy if you want to see more up-to-date anime news of sorts, or just news in general that I like talking about like this. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace.